What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how SMMA is still, in fact, an infinite money glitch. And I have been doing this for the past 3 years. I've been able to provide for myself. I'm currently actually in LA right now, traveling, signing US clients, and I'm just going to show you the method. Essentially, there is a particular way that you can do this where you will not have to worry ever again about money. So if you're in a position right now where perhaps you're working a full-time job or you're looking to make an extra little bit of income, this method is really just about how much effort you put into it. And even after a little while, you'll get to a point where you can continually make money without putting in too much effort to maintain it. So it's really up to what you want to do. I'm going to take you through step by step how to set up all of the systems, what skills you need to learn, everything that you need. The one thing that is required from you is that you stick around and watch this whole entire video. And if you can't do that, I'm not going to do any fancy cuts to try and maintain your attention. If you can't sit down and just watch this video from start to finish, then you're just going to stay broke. So it's your choice. There's only really 2 skills that you need to do this. And so the first one is you need to learn paid ads. And then the second skill that you need is sales. The good thing about SMMA, which it stands for Social Media Marketing Agency, is that it's quite beginner friendly. You can start off small and you can scale it up. I would start off by learning paid ads, and then number 2, start learning sales after. And sorry for my bad handwriting, I'm using a trackpad right now. Start to watch YouTube videos about paid advertising, particularly on Facebook. So Facebook is probably like the best way to run ads. Even now, people say that it's saturated, but I don't think it's saturated at all. There are just people who aren't very good at it. And if you can get good at it, then you're going to stand out. After that, what you want to do is you want to use Facebook ads to actually funnel traffic into sales calls. The beginner-friendly funnel is more like, I would say, the no money. I'll just say no. Goodness me, this is no money. This is the no money funnel. What you want to do here is you manually do email marketing. You just get a normal account and you start reaching out to people, email marketing, and also cold calls. But if you don't have any money, you have nothing to leverage. So you have to do everything manually. So it's going to take you a long period of time to acquire clients with this method, because if you had, let's say, $60 a month, you could automate the emails part of it. And you could also, if you had, let's say, $500 a month, you could get a VA from South Africa to do cold calls for you. But since, let's say, hypothetically, you don't have any money, then this is the method that you're going to have to take, which is the least effective. But you could probably sign maybe like 1 client a month off of this if you're lucky, to be honest with you. Realistic. And it probably won't be, like a crazy good client either. Now let's move on to, let's say you've signed 1 client. Let's move on to the next step. What would you do if you had a little bit of money, or if you're in a position right now where you are working a full-time job or a part-time job and you have a couple $100 to spend, what would you do? So I'll just put some money. And so what would you do if you have some money? What I would do is I would use Instantly. You know what, I'm just going to type it for you. So what does Instantly.ai do? It automates your email outreach, and it can send 30 to 50 emails per day without you having to manually do it. This is going to cost you about $60 a month. I'm not affiliated with Instantly, by the way. What you can also do, instead of you manually finding businesses and scraping websites and going on Google or Google Maps to try and find your ideal customers, is you will want to just pay a VA, tell them exactly who you're looking for, tell them that you want the name, email, phone number of, you don't even need the phone number to be fair, of the director of certain businesses in certain niches, whatever your niche is, and then you can just pay them per email or per list. So the way that typically works is you can pay them, really, if they're from like India or South Africa and you're going on Fiverr, you can kind of pay them between sort of $4 to, I would say even less, $3 to sort of $6 per hour. I wouldn't be surprised, I haven't personally done it, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can just utilize AI to do this now. There is agent mode in ChatGPT, which I would experiment with. Agent mode. Yeah, so there is an agent mode that you can use as well. And so the funnel from this typically it looks the same. So I'll go through the funnel itself. And so what this would look like is you would have your traffic source, and your traffic source is going to be either your cold outreach, your email marketing, or your automated email marketing. And then that will then funnel to a Calendly link. If you haven't used Calendly before, it attaches to your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar, and it allows people to automatically book calls with you. You can set it up so it automates reminders so that you have a higher show-up rate. So when people book a call, it will send them emails and text messages as well. Calendly doesn't cost too much, and it's definitely worth doing from the get-go. So you've got your traffic source email, and then this will go to a Calendly link. This is then going to lead to a sales call. So you will have your sales call here, and typically this will be done on Google Meets. So you can link Calendly to your Google Meets, and it will create a Google Meets call for both of you and the prospect to have your call. On here, what you want to do is you want to tell them and educate them about Facebook ads and your service. The more you know about your service, the more you are going to be able to convince them that you know what you're talking about. I would recommend watching as many YouTube videos as possible, get a mentor, get a course, and try to learn as much as you can. Also, offer work for free. The offer initially, if you're at a stage where you've got no money or just a little bit of money and you've actually not had any clients in the past, the way that you get people to actually book a Calendly call is, I'm just gonna put a little note here, is a free trial offer. I wouldn't do less than 2-week free trial. So between 2 weeks to 1 month free trial. And that is what you want to be sending emails about. So you would essentially say, hi, my name is this. Would you be interested in a free trial? This is what I do. If you'd like to learn a little bit more information, we can jump on a quick 10-minute call. I can send you a link. And if you do have any case studies, send some case studies as well. It's that simple. Every sort of, I would say, if you was to send 50 emails a day, you may get about 2 to 3 calls booked a week. Doing a very simple email. I actually think the more casual the email is, the better it works, because there is a lot of people who spam on email marketing. So it goes into the Calendly page, they book a sales call. On the sales call, I will make an entire video about this specifically because it's too much to cover in one video. But essentially the sales call will then, some will do the free trial and some won't. I think that you're probably likely to get, if you're completely new, 1 in 3 will try a free trial. These figures will get better the more that you do the sales calls, and it's just practice. Plus, you're not hardly paying any money to even get these calls, so it's just a great way to build up your experience and build up your skill set. From the free trial, I would think, obviously, the better your results get, the more of these free trials are going to sign on. But I would say probably about 1 in 3 again will actually continue after the free trial into paying clients. What you will find is the more that you master this funnel, the more money you're going to have to invest in your outreach systems. Right now, I've only really mentioned 2, but there is a superior system than these 2, emailing and cold calling. So everything here stays the same, just this changes. The great thing about email marketing, I will say, is you can send 30 to 50 emails per day per domain, right? So if you're having a lot of success with email marketing and let's say you're signing 1 client a month using email marketing, what I would do is, once you start to get some money by converting clients, instead of using 1 email domain, purchase 5 email domains, and then you can pay your VAs more money to scrape even more emails. Therefore, you are vertically scaling your email outreach systems, and that will work. You can actually start to really automate and scale up how many calls you're getting a day. You can fully book out your calendar with constant meetings just simply by doing it this way. But what I've found is this is a little bit more work to maintain. You have to deal with the VAs. You have to make sure that you are constantly warming up new emails, because with email marketing, what happens is after a while of sending 30 to 50 emails per day, you start to land in the spam folder. So then you need to buy a new domain, and then you need to use Instantly to then warm up that domain. And then you need to switch in that new email. And it's a constant churn of emails every single time you start to have your emails burn out. So although this works and it is a slightly cheaper option, the superior way, and the way which I personally think is the infinite money glitch, is through paid advertising. And let me tell you why paid advertising works so well. So it's essentially the position of power, right? The position of power from when you've started your agency is you are going to the client and you're reaching out to them. You're like on your hands and knees, like, please work with me, please. Can I do the pray emoji right now? Let me see. All right, can I do the pray emoji? I can. This is essentially you, right? This is beginner, newbie SMMA agency owner. They're begging clients to work with them. And so the sales calls have a lower conversion rate. You have more to prove. The client typically feels like they're gifting you their time and their presence every single time. This is what happens anytime you do any kind of cold calling or emailing to reach out to them. However, if instead on this funnel, the traffic source is no longer a free trial offer, and it's also not email anymore, it's paid ads, where you are, let's say, for example, running an ad on Facebook, Instagram, or Google, and they are clicking into a funnel with a landing page, and the landing page is full of testimonials. There's a video sales letter of you demonstrating a presentation of your service. Then people are selectively choosing to reach out to you. They are on autopilot without you needing to send them a Calendly link, without you needing to convince them or send them an email or get on the phone with them. They are coming across your ads through your paid advertising funnel. They're clicking the Calendly link and they're jumping on a sales call with you. And instead of you even knowing who they are, they've booked a call with you. So it completely, if I can do this, it's completely switching the dynamic around. And now it's the client who's begging to work with you. And I'm not saying begging, but like the position of power completely switches to your side. You get to join a call. You get to sit back in your chair with your tea and you go, so why did you reach out to me today? How can I solve your problem? You know, instead of when it's the other way around, when you get on that call, you say, so this is what I can do for you. This is how I can help. And the conversion rate is 100% lower. If email marketing works for you, there's no reason not to do it. But I think you will find once you have got a certain amount of recurring income in your agency and you start to do paid ads, it is so much better. You're going to have a so much higher conversion rate. Your sales team are going to be much happier, or you, if you're doing the sales, which you will be initially. And you will find that you can spend $1,000 a month on advertising and you can sign 2 to 3 clients a month consistently at $1,000 a month. So you're at a 3x return initially, and then you're going to have the recurring income from what comes from the future payments that the clients make. And this is 100% the superior way. And it's why I call it the SMMA infinite money glitch. Because if you can put $1,000 into a machine and every single time you can get, $3,000 back, that is an infinite money glitch. In a video game, you would call that an infinite money glitch. It's just a matter of, and even if it was just $1,000 that you're getting back initially, you're going to get that $1,000 every single month. You would be happy to spend that. You would even be happy to spend $10K a month if you was getting $30K back, because it's still a 3x return. And how do you track this? Every single time a sales call is booked, you use a system called Zapier. And what Zapier does is it's like a middleman software. So what I like to use Zapier for is it will send me a text message. So it will send me a text message with the client's details immediately so that I can call them immediately. Speed to lead is so important. And then it will also add it into a Google Sheet. The reason I do it on a Google Sheet and not a CRM system, even though a CRM system would be good, is I like to use a formula inside of the Google Sheet so that when I plug in my ad spend, it tells me what my ROAS is, my return on ad spend. So I know every single month how effective my marketing campaigns have been and how much I've invested and how much I've got in return. And this month, you can month after month make sure that you're staying profitable. And it also gives you confidence. It's a little bit like a video game where you can look on one screen and you can say, okay, well, I can double my ad spend this month because this offer has worked. And it also allows you to test different offers and make sure that you are running an offer which is effective and profitable. And this is how you would scale any business, really. This is the same funnel and the same service which you are actually offering the clients themselves. This is how to sign clients funnel, but this is also your funnel that you would do for your clients. They would have their paid ads, and this would go to a CRM system or a Calendly page. Zapier would send them an SMS message, and then it would go onto a Google Sheet or a CRM system. If it's a fitness studio or any kind of business where they would have an initial consultation or sales call, that would be it there. But if it's a home improvement business, then it would be more like, instead of the traffic source, it would be a initial phone call once they've actually submitted a lead. And then this would be a home visit. And then the home visit would turn into like a deposit paid and so on and so forth. And then a certain amount of people would, convert, essentially. That step's gone. But yeah, a certain amount of people from the home visit will turn into a deposit paid. And so this is how it works. And Zapier would be up here when someone submits a lead. That's where that would be in that funnel. So there are different funnels for different industries, but this is essentially, it's the same way. And it also massively helps because, again, when the client is coming to you here, you just simply need to let them know, well, the same way that you jumped on the phone with me today is the same way I'm going to get you more customers. It's easy to sell from that point. Anyway, I hope this video helped and that it's helped you fully understand how SMMA can still be a money glitch to this day. If you have any questions, I will leave my Instagram below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will be making more videos about funnels, sales calls, and everything in between in the future. So make sure that you stick around for that.